All right, so this is a real quick view of my setup, and I'm gonna try to simplify it for you. And again, it don't have to be the same setup for you, but this is what works for me here. Currently, it's just a two-piece band, me and the drummer. We used to have a bass player. Don't have a bass player anymore. But if we do, I could hook up a setup for the bass player as well, real easy. I'm gonna just show you. All right, so right here, this goes to the house. So usually we'll just plug the keyboard amp, a wire from the keyboard amp into this input. This goes to the house. So whatever goes in here goes through the house, and then they can control the mix to the speakers in the house. So I figured that I could send whatever mix I want to that by getting a personal mixer. I start off with a smaller one, but the bigger it is, the easier it is to send different mixes to different people, and I'm gonna show you. So this is I believe 16 channel mixer. So what I like about it, it has 4 auxiliaries where no matter what mix I'm sending it to the mixer, I could actually give different mixes to different auxiliaries. So it has 4 auxiliary outs and also 2 monitor outs and headphone out, and also speaker outs, left and right, and also left and right for the XLRs. So it has tons of outputs. What I did was, I have 2 racks here, the Motif rack and the classic Roland MKS, and I'm using my S90 XS. So I have my keyboard, my main keys, right? My Motif rack and my Roland rack, all going into this Behringer. This is a Power Euro rack. This is a mixer, actually. This right here. It's all going in here, as well as my laptop. I left that out of the picture. I didn't set up yet, but so I use an auxiliary cord, plug it directly into my laptop. So what's going into this auxiliary cord, this goes into the headphone jack of the laptop. I send main stage to this. That way, my main stage sound, so I have extra sounds, also gets plugged into this mixer. So all keys are going into this mixer, and I just control the volume with this. One main volume control. So it's all going through one line. One line comes out of this mixer into this mixer, the first channel. And with that, I could send keys wherever I want. So this first one is going into the house. This second one is going to, I think, the drum. I'm sending a drummer his mix. This third one is another mix I got set up where I also got to play bass keys now. So I didn't want to put that in the same mixer as my regular keys. So I'm actually sending my bass keyboard through that auxiliary. So I plugged it in the regular channel, and I'm sending it to the house and also to an auxiliary line going to this bass speaker so that I could feel the bass here. Also with Ableton, I also have this Apollo right here, and I have a bunch of connections here. So I'm sending it different places. I could send click tracks to the drummer through one channel, and then another cord is going to the house, and then another cord is just for bass. So I'm sending a separate mix if I'm running like bass tracks, like for shouts and stuff. Boom, through that auxiliary, it'll just go here into the house. That way, it'll be on a separate line than my keys. The other thing over here, my drummer got his own mixer, so I'm sending keys and also TalkBack. I didn't show you that. I'm gonna show you that. Keys and TalkBack all on the same line. Actually, sorry. Click and TalkBack I ran on the same line through the auxiliary line that I'm sending just for the drummer. So the drummer got his own mix, but he can control keys, because remember, I got the keys on a different channel. So I gave him another cord for the keys so he could control the keys. And then this cord, so line 1 is the keys coming from the auxiliary. And actually, I'm sorry again. So that keys and TalkBack are on the same channel, because that's all coming from my mixer. But the actual, I don't know, just unscrew this for some reason. The actual, what's going on here? Keys and TalkBack on one line. Click, I'm running a line straight from my Apollo to him, to the drummer, so he can control the volume of the click. Because the thing is, you want to give the drummer as much control as possible, because you don't want them to tell you turn up the click or turn down the click, you know, or turn up the keys. That stuff's going to get on your nerves. So until you get like a digital mixer where they can control it themselves, this is the best option. This mixer costs like 25 bucks, and it's lasted for a long period of time. And the third one is for the actual house. So what I did was, the house mixer, way up there. Yeah, our sound man sucks, so couldn't really get a good mix. So what I did was, we have a line out here that says headphone. So what I had them do was just send the vocals through this line here, because this is only for the musician setup whenever they designed this. So this is actually an auxiliary coming from the house, where they're only sending the vocals and the keys are like really low. So really all you hear is vocals. So what I did was, I'm taking that and I'm running it through a hum eliminator to eliminate any humming, because I'm actually going to run this through some monitors, and also I got a little splitter here. Little splitter, you could kind of see it right there. So I'm splitting the signal to the drummer and myself so that I could actually get the mics into my mixer, and then through all that I'm actually able to run it to my headphone mixer for my own mix. And this actually I share with, like, sometimes we have it like a guest bass player, so we just share the same mix. I didn't develop a bass player mix only yet, but you know, I like hearing a lot of bass in my mix, so we share that mix. So this is actually a headphone amp, which is good to distribute. If you don't want your drummer to have their own mixer, this is another option. And basically they'll just use your mix, so you will be in charge of what they hear. And then my TalkBack mic, I run to the mixer. And what's good about this mixer is, with the TalkBack mic, I could actually choose if there's a button here, this red button. If you see it up, that means it's not going into the house. If I hit it down, it's going to the house. So anything with that button up, I'm not sending to the house. So this TalkBack mic is only going to me, the drummer, whoever I want to send it to through this mixer. And that's pretty simple setup. Not that expensive. This mixer probably cost me 50 bucks a month for 12 months. So it's actually just paid off, and I'm about to upgrade to a digital mixer because less wires, as you can see. It's a lot of wires. And another thing to look out for, there's a lot of like ground noise, so I had to get all these hum eliminators, direct boxes. So this is a good option too. Anything electrical. You just make sure you plug it into the direct box before you put it in the mixer. That way, whatever comes out the mixer is clean. It won't deliver a hum. So we have a lot of hum problems because of, I guess, the way they're wired here. But with these boxes, these direct boxes, it eliminates that, and you get a nice, good sound. All right, cool. I think that's it. And we could talk about your setup tomorrow. All right, later.